Hey everyone. Hello and thank you for being here. Um, Today I felt the need to celebrate. And I won't sing for you because then you may never join me again. All right, so I feel like we need to celebrate. Even when if we feel a little depleted, or if you're sad, or if you feel like there's nothing to celebrate, you are here, you woke up, you got up, and you're doing this another day. So you know what? That is worth the celebration. Personally, I'm in a good place, and I've got a lot of good things going on. I treated myself to, actually, my big treat yesterday. I thought it was going to be one thing. It ended up being cake. So I had a big old slab of cake that was unbelievably good. But now I'm kind of paying for it because I'm a little puffy and, you know. But anyway, so, but that's okay because it was worth every yummy bite. All right, so now, but that's not the good stuff I got going on. It's thankfully there's a little bit more than a big old slab of cake. All right. Oh, but it was blueberry lemon. My gosh, that was good. All right, so let's get to it. Enough of that. So, what is the message for today? What is the message for the collective? I've been saying prayers and asking for protection, for guidance, and what is it that will be the message that will resonate with most? All right, thank you. And what I'm hearing right now, and it's so simple, but we forget. We truly forget. The message is, you are enough. So that's going to be the theme. Let that be your theme today. And I hope all of you take time to say to yourself, I am enough. And in fact, you're more than enough. And that has come up before. So, all right, let's just go straight to the cards because I want messages and I want a lot of messages. So, all right. And I've put a lot of decks out in front of me. So, and hi, I'm Holly. I'm a psychic medium. I read energy. I am not a traditional card reader, but I like them. So they are a good jumping off point for spirit messages. Since this is a general reading, and I do need to say that, this is a general reading. All of it cannot resonate with everyone. Some of it may not resonate at all with anyone, but hopefully you'll be entertained for a little bit. With a general reading, why I like them so much, and I think other people do, is because we are part of a collective. There are general energy currents and trends that we all kind of flow with. And as a result, we can take some of the vibe and the energy and the current of the message, just like I am enough, you are enough. That is a message every single person hopefully can resonate with. But if it's something really super specific, or it might be for someone you know. Anyway, so it is a general reading. You have free will. Take what resonates with, just leave the rest for someone else. And if none of it does, welcome and celebrate. Well, that's good. All right, I'm going to start with the Light Seers Tarot. And Mother, Father, God, Spirit Guides and Guardians, the Protectorate. All that is right and holy and comes with love and blessings of the best for all. I ask only for those spirits and energies today to come through for the highest and best intentions for all. There's a group of spirits that were like, oh man, because they thought they weren't like of the divine realm, and these were like, but then when I just said with the highest and best intentions for all, they were like, oh, that's us, we can stay. Yes, you can always stay. I generally only channel beings that have not been incarnate before, just because it keeps the energy very pristine and very high. But I will provide messages from spirits who have been here in human form, because that's what I do. Yeah, we've got a group here. You're just hanging out? They are. They're just hanging out. there was someone out there, and I get this. This was my world for a long time, being a teacher. These are young people. So there's like 3 or 4 young people that I think died when they were in their teens, late teens, juniors and seniors in high school. They're coming through for a teacher. They're coming through for someone who had an impact. They just want to say hi, and they're good and they're okay. Brandon, Mark, Christopher. There might be one more, but he's off doing other things. He's too busy. They've all transitioned. They were just out being goofy, and it was a car accident. They were just being goofy. Nothing bad. But they are here, and there's someone who's a teacher, and they just want to say hi, and everything's okay, and they enjoy watching you thriving and living your life. You've either retired or you're close to retirement. I think you've retired. And I think these boys died in the 1980s. '80s? That's a long time ago. Well, they're just here. Ace of Cups. They just want to give love. They're just here to say, we see you, we appreciate you. I think whomever this is for may have spearheaded an assembly or a fund that was a scholarship fund or something for these boys. They were just typical teens. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, boys. All right. And they're going to go on. All right. Well, that was sweet. That was nice. I just didn't get a whole lot more information. Didn't feel the need to. Whomever this is for will know. Or if you know someone this is for. All right. So let's go ahead. Oh, well, I guess that was it. I just needed to have a validating message come through for them. No? This one? This one. Okay. All right. So now we are going to move on to the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And this is a deck that I cut down. So normally they would be bigger. Yet I still have trouble. Why am I having... Okay, what's going on? This is not mine. I'm a bad shuffler, but normally I'm not this bad. What's going on? They want me to open it up here and take this one. Oh. Caring connections. Isn't that lovely? Someone's about to get a message today. Yeah, someone's going to get a message that could change the way you look at everything and the way you see yourself and the way you see the world around you. Someone is going to get a message today from someone that will validate it's going to change the course of something in your life, and it has to do with personal relationships. It has to do with someone is going to initiate contact with you, and you're in contact. It's not like it's, I'm pretty sure it's not like forbid. I just heard a German word, verboten. Maybe that's important. I don't know. That's not the first way I would think of things. So it's nothing like that. But you are going to get a message today from someone who's going to validate a situation, feelings, something that's going to progress a situation further along for you. That was it. Well, that was fast. Okay, what else? What else we got? We got a lot of collective out there. Let's get some messages. Okay. What is the message for the collective today? What is the message for the collective or members of the collective today. What is it? Oh, I get. We're shifting now. What does someone need to focus on as a personal message? What does someone need to? I was going to say internally focus on. Think about. Well, this just came up like woo! You saw it fly. The angel of love. Isn't that a pretty card? That's a beautiful card. All right. Angel of love. So Spirit, take over. All right. While you're letting me know what's going on, I'm going to have another drink of my coffee. All right. All right, spirits. Why? Oh, sorry. There was a big glare. Why is this for elements or members of the collective to focus on today as an internal message? We already got one that will be an external message coming in. This is an internal message that you need to understand for yourself. Goes back to that first one of you are enough. Don't second guess your value or worth. Okay, so it's twofold. Some of you are going to get a message that makes you question the validity of something or the validity of a situation or relationship. And they're saying in that instance, this means you stand up for your self-worth. Don't let anyone... I just heard from the movie Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So don't wait for somebody to rescue you. You know your value and your worth. You are enough. Now for another group, and that's why it's important to ask the angel of love to surround you. Your guardians and your guides love you so much. That's any guardian and guide or angelic being. That's all you have to know. Ask them to surround and cushion your heart and your sense of wellness and preserve your sense of self-worth. That's and being. So that's going to be important for a group. Now another group, this message coming in is just going to validate some things that may make you nervous because you're questioning if you can live up to whatever this expectation is, or oh my gosh, you've been waiting and all of a sudden and now it's blah 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 and all the doubts creep in. Don't go there. Don't go there with yourself. You are more than enough. When you learn, okay, so here's the message. I want to make sure I get this right. And I want everyone to understand this. This is not me rambling and babbling, okay? Spirit, give me the words. When you look at yourself through the eyes of love, the way you look at others that you most treasure and care about, understand that those who are worthy of your affection will see you in the same way and in the same light. If someone does not treat you as precious, then you may question the motivation. Otherwise, trust that you are a treasure, like a precious gem, that is to be viewed as beautiful, valuable, simply because of the intrinsic value of who you are. Nothing you have to offer in the external world, but who you are. That's lovely, thank you. They love us so much, everyone. The guides and the guardians, they love us so much, and they just want the best for us, and they want us to love ourselves the way they love us. When you understand that, they said open it up in the middle, but when you understand that, and when you treat yourself with the same respect that they have for us, then the people around us who are also in incarnations, if they can't treat us with the same respect, then they will drift away. Like attracts like. Remember that. Just remember that. Like attracts like. The way you view and see yourself. Okay. All right. They said to open it up in the middle and take a look. So it's attachment. The question, so I'm asking, okay, that's a big shift. So what just happened there? And they're saying, be careful of your attachments to unhealthy behaviors. Hello, big slab of cake I ate yesterday. And now I'm feeling sluggish and weird. But that's just minor. Whatever. But, well, depending on your health conditions, maybe not. But, I mean, I'll get over that by the end of the day. So, but they're saying watch out for any unhealthy attachments that are emotionally based, because that will then be your biggest trigger or downfall. So watch out for any attachments that do not, that are internal, that it's like the cogs of the wheels, or, make sure everything then starts to grow and multiply. So be careful with how you view things. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. Watch your thoughts about who you are and yourself. And what I'm hearing is, don't buy into the rhetoric of what size you should be, or what shape you should be, or how young or how old, or what job or whatever. Don't buy into the societal rhetoric, because that will be the first thing that will cause you, it will plant a seed of self-doubt. And and they're saying that's where so many health problems come from. So there is a direct correlation and link. The mind-body-spirit connection, we all know that's real. But, for the most part, we all, I think, know that's real. But they're saying that it's these seeds of doubt that get planted about our self-worth that creates the distress within the body that then becomes the unending cycle. Ooh, that's big. Thank you, Spirit. When you find joy within yourself right where you are, in whatever way you are, whatever age you are, whatever size you are, that's when you see your intrinsic beauty and how precious you are, like that gem they were describing. When you realize that's you, because you'll come back in another lifetime and look a completely different way. When you realize how precious you are, how unique you are, that is when your health improves. Mainly at a subconscious level, because you start making choices that make you feel outwardly as good as you feel about yourself internally. It's all about being healthy, no matter where you are or what you are. It's all about being healthy so that you can live the life you want to live. Be gratitude for the body. Somebody needs to hear this, and this is a very specific message. Have gratitude for the body you have, because it is beautiful and it carries your soul. It carries your soul. Your body houses the most perfect part of you, which is your essence, your spirit, your soul. I love that so much. Okay. Well, we can just stop right there. No. Okay, let's do another card pull. All right, and we are going to do another Sandra Ann Taylor deck. No, I do not know her. No, I've never met her, but I just like her decks. This one is the Energy and Spirit Oracle. So pretty. The colors, the patterns, the design, it just makes me feel good, It just makes me feel so good. And it opened to a spot, and sometimes decks just open, just because you're trying to handle it. But this one, and I have not cut these down because I would cut out too much of the important part of it and the wording. But I did ask, is there a reason why it's opening up here? Am I supposed to take this? And the answer is yes. It's card 40, Ascended Masters. Devoted spirits with specific intentions. Oh, the woman with the lantern. And there's even one in the far back in this archway. So this is what I feel around. Imagine if you could visually, physically, objectively see all the spirit energies around you. And on the bottom of the deck, when I just flipped it, the force of love and creation, card 44, divine presence. Divine presence is always around us because divine presence is also within us. Tap into that inner flame and that inner flicker. Tap into that inner wisdom and beauty and the divine within. And nothing can touch you. Nothing can harm your soul. The exterior, yeah, we've all gone through some pretty serious stuff, I think. Most of us. But you know what? If you're watching this, you've survived. I've survived. And our souls are much brighter because of it. So, let's see what they're saying. Take the one right off the top. Wisdom of the Magi, mental clarity. Look at that glowing orb in the Magi's hands. Yeah. Okay. This is an important message, and I know I'm here giving messages. But you really don't need me to tell you. You don't need anyone else to tell you. You don't need anyone to tell you what you already know. It's fun. And I love doing this because it is something that brings me closer to my spark within and my connection to the divine. But I do this all the time, and I've done it all the time for years, whether anyone's around or to know or not. You do it all the time because you are aware. But just know that you are your own Magi. Just know that you have that spark within you. Use your discernment when listening to people who give you messages. If it's like, ooh, I get that. I understand that completely because I've done that. And it's like, yeah, that's a good one. I fall into that category of the collective. Or if it's a one-on-one kind of situation, maybe if it doesn't resonate right away, it's something that will later. I always have said, put it on the back burner, come back to it later. And sure enough, later at some point, it's like, oh, that hadn't played out fully yet. And then sometimes it's just, we can't be right all the time. We are still human. So use your discernment. And then sometimes it's also a message that maybe we just don't want to hear, so we push the message away. But understand that you are your greatest gift, and you have your own personal connection to spirit that is beautiful and wonderful. You are your own seer. All right, what else? I feel like that's just all of these messages it's like some people will resonate with almost all of it. Some of you will resonate with none of it, but I feel like there's just a whole bunch of stuff, like rapid fire messages coming out. All right, what is the other message for the collective? What is another message for the collective? Spirit guides and guardians, thank you. Journey guide, travel, change, and location. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so we've got a plane, we've got hot air balloons, we've got, it's always guided. You are always protected and safe. Journey guide. All right, two types of journey. There's one that's sort of like a modern form of meditation, which is like active, controlled astral travel. That's called journey work. So that might be for some of you. You need to go, those of you who know what that is and you do journey, you may need to do a journey. You need to maybe help me out here, Spirit. What do they need to journey about? What is the intention for the journey? For those of you who do that. If you don't know what this means, don't worry about it. They're saying go inward, ask a guide, ask your master teacher, ask a higher guide, whatever, or your higher self. Go into your higher self. And for those of you, a traditional meditation works for this. Well, maybe not like the mindfulness where you clear out all thoughts altogether. I mean like meditation where you're going in with a purpose to actually get information. So whether you do it via journey or meditation, I call those active meditations. Either go to a teacher guide or go to your higher self and ask for a message about your next steps. That's what it is. I'm hearing next steps. So for some of you, that's going to be what the journey is. For some of you, it's going to be a trip. For some of you, it's going to be a relocation. I feel like for most of you, if it's not the meditation or active meditation journey work, it is a relocation. Two ways it could be taken. One, a relocation of your home location or your work location. So I'm hearing relocation as in a different job or a different company. And some of you are going to do both travel and remote work, working remotely from your home, but it will require both. And there's going to be a corporate location separate from where you live. You will be able to stay in your area and work remotely, but you will have to travel to corporate headquarters. I'm getting an NE, that's Nebraska. So that's for someone in this country, in the United States, with a capital headquarters in Nebraska. I've never been there. I don't even know what's there. It's a big country, you know, a lot of states. So also Maine. So there could be more than one place that you travel to or have a region or area. So Nebraska, or these could be different people, I don't know. Nebraska, Maine, and New Hampshire. But I think the big corporate headquarters is, for whatever reason, I'm seeing that NE, and I'm pretty sure that's Nebraska. If that means something else to someone else, okay. All right, anything else from this deck? Yes, one more. All right. So, conscious steps. So yes, go into journey, walk through a journey or a meditation and ask for what are my next steps. So this is validation. This is a validating card. I have never had this card pop out, or I've never seen this card in this deck. So this is a validation that someone needs to go in and look at what are my next steps. Card number 26. They wanted me to look at the number. Add those together, you get an 8, and 8 generally deals with prosperity and infinity. If you turn it sideways. Okay. All right. I have no idea what I'm going to call this. There have been a ton of messages. All right. One last card, and we are going to use the... Ooh, I'm feeling... This, believe it or not, I think I'm going through a lot of... What is going on? I was going to use the Unfolding Path Tarot, but I think I need to use these last few minutes to dig into what's happening, because there's, I think, spiritually, there's something. I'm getting really hot all of a sudden. I'm getting really hot, even though my hands are always ice cold. It's not a big deal, but my body feels warm. I feel like I'm almost about to sweat. I feel a little dizzy and lightheaded. What's going on? It's almost like when my blood sugar drops. I'm not diabetic, but my blood sugar does drop sometimes. What is going on? Oh, gosh. I know who this is. I know who this is. This is a message. I don't know if they'll ever see it. Someone very recently passed, and that's why I was made to feel like my blood sugar dropping. You'll know who you are. These are people I know personally. There was nothing you could do. This was going to play out, and the timing was going to happen regardless, but questions were answered that helped make it the clearest path necessary. And I'm being asked to talk about that sometimes when things happen, the way they happen, that can also be scripted. Sometimes things can just be so heavy and so hard and so difficult. But I don't need to go into that anymore right now. If that's a conversation that needs to happen, we'll do that in person. I didn't know this person well. The other people I feel very close to, and I have a great deal of respect for them. But I know that doesn't make a lot of sense for you all out there who are, unsure about, like, what is she talking about? But there is light and happiness surrounding this individual now. And you're going to feel that energy and the shift and change to the point that you may not even recognize the energy at first, but it is this individual who is glowing and radiant and happy, I think, for the first time. There was never anything wrong with this person at any level. They simply saw the world and things differently. Okay. All right. Thank you. There's still a lot of healing to do for the people who are here in this world. Okay. So, well, they still want me for the collective to go in and do this and not end on a heavy note, but so they want me just to make 3. Okay, so make 3 stacks. Take this one and the one on the bottom. Okay. So the 7 of Swords. The 3 of Cups. It's not a mask, it's like paint across the eyes. It reminds me of the old singer Adam Ant. That's kind of who he looks like. So that, I've never thought of that before with this card, but that plays significance for someone. Goes way back in the day to Adam Ant. He was a hottie. But this person is stealing away in the night, and let him go. Okay? This energy is not going to be around you. See, he's running away. Let him go. For whomever needs to hear this, this was the dominant card that came up and the one that is most important. You are about to celebrate and you are about to come in to your fruition of all things wonderful. Drink from the cup of love, kindness, and goodness. That's what I just heard. Drink from your own cup, a wellspring of joy and happiness. I am looking at this pumpkin specifically. I mean, it's kind of doing one of these things. Fall will be a very interesting time for someone. That is going to be in the fall of this year. Pumpkin season. Well, and that would be in this country where, so I guess that would be summer for other people. Anyway, whatever October is for you, something in the October time period of this calendar year, things are going to change in a wonderful, wonderful way. All right, there's going to be an acknowledgement. I'm hearing there's going to be an acknowledgement. All right, we're going to leave it there. All right, everyone. I am sending gratitude and love to you all. Be well. Do something good for yourselves today. Do something that brings you joy. Do something that makes you happy. And it's going to be a good day because we're going to make it a good day. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And we will talk very, very soon. Woohoo! Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. Yay! All right. I love you all. Bye.